Hello YouTube, Mark here. I am not a completionist. I am not opposed to dropping a book midway through if it isn't enjoyable. Some books are just not for me, and there are more books in the world that I would love to read that I unfortunately won't have time for. Lock Every Door by Riley Sager was not what I would call a good book. It was a pretty poor book, actually. Front-loaded with coincidences and scattered throughout with predictable plot turns, and the main character was foolish beyond credibility. And yet, I read the whole thing, devoured it. I really enjoyed this book the whole way through. Why? I've been asking myself that for days now. What about this book kept me from setting it aside, even when I am seriously struggling to think of anything good to say about it? The story centers around Jules, an out-of-luck young woman living in New York City. She's between jobs, between boyfriends, between homes. So when she spots an opportunity to apartment sit, which apparently is a job, in one of the ritziest buildings New York City has to offer, and to be paid handsomely for it, she jumps at the possibility, despite there being a lot of red flags. The book should have lost me from chapter 1. Jules, the protagonist, claims to not be a trusting person, and not just because her longtime employer suddenly booted her, or even because she found her boyfriend cheating on her. She also has lost her family. Years ago, before the start of the book, her beloved sister Jane went missing. The case was never solved. Jules's parents cracked under the weight of their sorrow, and, well, Jules lost them too. So, our main character has a lot of trust issues. Or so we're told. But when this new prospective employer makes it pretty dang clear that the apartment sitting job is entirely super sketch, Jules leaps at the opportunity. During the interview, Jules is told that she'll be paid under the table, no contract. She's asked if she has any close connections, anyone gonna miss ya? And if she's the curious type. The person literally asks her that. She's told that she cannot speak with the building's tenants unless they approach her, and she cannot talk to anyone outside the building about the tenants. She can't spend even one night away from the building, and she could never, ever have guests to the building. Who would actually sign up for this? Not someone with extreme trust issues. It gets worse. The building has a crooked past. Jules knows this. Her best friend Chloe also knows this. Everyone knows it. The building is said at different points early in the book to be one of the most famous buildings in New York, and then the most famous building in New York. There's quite a bit of inconsistency in this novel, which brings me back to my central question. Why? When a book is so emotionally manipulative and contrived, even a bit poorly written, am I unable to put it down? I'll tell you what was not the case. This was not a situation in which I couldn't pull my eyes away from the inevitable train wreck. I'm not a reader who sticks it out in order to see just how bad a book can get. I have read a lot of bad books, and I know how bad they can get. I'm not interested in that. I want to read good books. Riley Sager's prose are, for the most part, solid. Sager's characters have a way of working through the convoluted plot they're stuck in that makes them ultimately believable enough. The twists and the emotional reactions characters have to those twists are more or less balanced. All in all, this is not one of the worst written books I've ever read, but it's not good. Nothing about the novel is exceptional, except the way it stacks twist on twist, albeit predictable twist on predictable twist. And not predictable in the way where a twist is revealed and then you roll your eyes and think, oh, I've seen that before. I mean, I foresaw literally every twist in this book. The clues were so obvious that I could have listed them on paper as I read, well ahead of the reveals. Some I predicted from that clumsy opening chapter. But that's the answer to why I couldn't put the book down. The book is transparent. It was as though I had already read the book. I knew its beats so well. Reading it felt cozy, like returning to an old favorite. Like chatting with an old friend, sharing the same conversation we've had for years, knowing what she'll say, knowing already how I will respond. Lock Every Door is the literary equivalent to the morning's first sip of coffee. I know what the coffee is going to taste like. I know the warmth and aroma, but I look forward to it every morning. Lock Every Door is a curated museum of thriller tropes, and I've walked these exhibits before. I know what piece is around the corner, and I smile to myself when, there it is again. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you back here soon for another book review.